Imagine this. You're lying in bed, eyes closed, but no matter how tired you feel, sleep just won't come. Or maybe you finally drift off, only to wake up at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling. Sounds familiar? You're not alone. Many older adults struggle with restless nights, but here's the good news. You don't always need sleeping pills. Sometimes the answer is as simple as a warm bowl of water at your feet. In today's video, I'll share 7 powerful yet gentle foot soak remedies inspired by Eastern medicine, each one designed to calm your nerves, improve circulation, and prepare your body for deep, natural sleep. We'll start with the easiest method. Just warm water and salt, and gradually move towards stronger herbal blends like ginger, mugwort, cinnamon, and even rose petals. Each soak has its own unique benefit. Warming cold feet, easing joint pain, soothing an anxious mind, or simply telling your body, it's time to rest. I've tried these routines myself, and the difference is remarkable. The act of soaking your feet is more than relaxation. It's a ritual, a gentle signal to your brain that the day is done. And here's the best part. You can try just one method tonight and see how your sleep feels tomorrow morning. Now, I'd love to know, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? Drop your answer in the comments below and let's see how many places in the world are winding down together tonight. You might be wondering, so what exactly can I do tonight to finally sleep through the night without waking up again and again? Well, let's dive into 7 powerful yet simple foot soak methods. Each one has been passed down for generations in Eastern traditions, and today, even modern science agrees they can truly help. We'll start with the most gentle option. Something you can do right away with just warm water and salt, and then move step by step into stronger remedies using herbs like ginger, mugwort, cinnamon, and even rose petals. Think of it as a ladder. The higher you go, the more deeply your body and mind are prepared for rest. So, let's begin with method number 7. Let's begin with something incredibly simple, yet surprisingly powerful, soaking your feet in warm water with just a little bit of salt. Now, you might be thinking, that's it, just salt and water. Yes, and here's why this humble combination has been trusted for centuries. When you place your feet into warm water, your blood vessels gently expand. That means better circulation, less tension, and a soothing sense of release after a long day. Adding salt enhances the effect. It naturally reduces mild inflammation, eases that heavy or achy feeling in your legs, and leaves your skin refreshed. But beyond the physical benefits, there's something deeply symbolic here. By sitting down, slowing your breathing, and dipping your feet into warm salt water, you're telling your body, it's time to stop. The day is done. Let me share a little story. One of my close friends, Mrs. Nguyen, is 68 years old. For years, she struggled with restless nights. She tried everything, from changing mattresses to drinking herbal teas, but nothing seemed to help. Then her daughter suggested a simple ritual. Every night before bed, fill a basin with warm water, dissolve a couple of spoonfuls of coarse salt, and soak for 20 minutes. At first, Mrs. Nguyen laughed. How could this possibly work? But she gave it a try. Within a week, she noticed something remarkable. Her legs felt lighter, the throbbing in her calves faded, and most importantly, her mind became calmer before bed. Soon, instead of staring at the ceiling, she was falling asleep faster and waking up less often. The beauty of this method is its simplicity. You don't need rare herbs or expensive equipment. All you need is about 3 liters of warm water. Make sure it's comfortable, around 100 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, not too hot. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of coarse salt. Stir it in, and you're ready. Place your feet in, close your eyes, maybe play some soft music, and just breathe. Stay there for 15 to 20 minutes. For an extra touch, gently rub the soles of your feet while soaking. This stimulates key pressure points that connect to your whole body. Think of it as a nightly pause, a small gift you give yourself. And here's the truth. The real magic isn't just in the salt or the water. It's in the ritual. The act of creating a calm, predictable routine signals to your brain and body that it's safe to let go, to drift into rest. So, if you've been searching for a gentle first step toward better sleep, start here. Try the warm, salt water soak tonight and see how your body responds. Sometimes, the simplest remedies are the ones that truly work. Now let's move on to the next method, one that feels like a warm hug for your entire body. The ginger and salt foot soak. This is especially powerful for those of us who often feel cold at night with icy hands and feet, or who find ourselves shivering under the blanket even when the room seems warm enough. Why ginger? For centuries, ginger has been used in Eastern medicine as a natural warming herb. It stimulates blood flow, helps open up the tiny vessels near the skin, and relaxes both muscles and nerves. When you combine ginger with salt in a warm soak, you're not just warming your feet, you're gently warming your whole body from the inside out. Let me share a story. Mr. Harris, a retired teacher in his 70s, used to complain that no matter how many layers of socks he wore, his feet were always freezing at night. His wife often told me, "He sleeps with cold feet, and I end up with cold feet too." Because of this, he had trouble falling asleep, tossing and turning as his body tried to warm itself. One winter, a neighbor suggested a gingerfoot soak. At first, he didn't believe something so simple could help, but he agreed to try. They boiled a pot of water with a few slices of fresh ginger, added 2 tablespoons of salt, let it cool to a safe warmth, and then he soaked his feet before bed. The first night he said he felt tingling in his toes, like tiny sparks waking up. After a week, he noticed he was falling asleep faster. His wife laughed and said, "Finally, no more ice blocks next to me at night." What surprised him most wasn't just the warmth in his feet, but the deep relaxation that followed. His whole body felt lighter, calmer, and ready for rest. So how do you do it at home? It's easy. Take 2 fresh ginger roots. Wash them, slice or lightly crush them, and boil in 2 to 3 liters of water for about 10 minutes. Turn off the heat, add 2 tablespoons of coarse salt, and let the water cool to about 100 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That's warm enough to soothe, but never scald. Pour it into a basin, sit comfortably, and soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes. You can gently massage your calves or the soles of your feet while soaking to boost circulation even more. As the warmth spreads, you'll feel tension in your legs slowly melt away. The nerves in your feet, which connect to nearly every system in your body, send signals of calmness to your brain. Your heartbeat steadies, your breathing slows, and suddenly, you're not fighting against sleep anymore. You're flowing into it. What I love most about the ginger soak is that it turns something ordinary, just sitting down with a bowl of water, into a ritual of self-care. It's not only about warming the body, but also about telling yourself, I deserve to rest. I deserve peace tonight. That mindset alone can transform the way you sleep. And here's a tip. If you often catch a chill in your back or shoulders, try placing a light blanket over your lap while soaking. The combination of external warmth from the soak and internal relaxation makes this ritual even more effective. So, if you've been struggling with cold feet, restless nights, or simply want a natural way to prepare your body for deep sleep, give the ginger and salt soak a try. Start tonight, and you might be surprised at how something so simple can bring such comfort. Now, let's talk about a remedy that carries both tradition and mystery: the mugwort foot soak. In many Eastern households, mugwort, also known as nangai kuu, is not just a cooking herb, but a healing plant. People believe it warms the body, calms the nerves, and restores balance to the mind. And when used in a foot soak, it becomes a powerful tool for anyone struggling with restless sleep, headaches, or tension in the neck and shoulders. Why mugwort? This humble leaf has natural oils that stimulate circulation and relax the nervous system. Think of it as a gentle reset button for your body, especially if you're the type of person who goes to bed with a busy mind, replaying the day's worries, or if you wake up often with strange dreams. Mugwort has long been linked to grounding the spirit and calming the subconscious. Let me tell you a story. Mrs. Baker, a retired librarian in her mid-60s, used to wake up every night around 3 a.m. She described it as a restless spirit that wouldn't let her stay asleep. Her body felt fine, but her mind was racing. A friend from her old village told her about the mugwort soak. She was skeptical, but desperate to find peace, so she tried it. She gathered a handful of fresh mugwort leaves, boiled them in 2 liters of water, and let them steep for 10 minutes. That night, she sat quietly with her feet in the warm herbal water, the earthy scent filling her small bedroom. She said it felt like the stress in her head flowed down into the basin. After 2 weeks of doing this every night, she noticed something remarkable. She was falling asleep faster, waking up less often, and even when she dreamed, the dreams were gentler, less chaotic. For the first time in years, she told me, I feel like my sleep belongs to me again. Here's how you can try it yourself. Take a handful of fresh mugwort leaves. If you don't have fresh, dried works too. Wash them, then boil with about 2 liters of water for 10 minutes. Pour the water into a basin, let it cool to a comfortable warmth, and soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes. While soaking, you can gently rub the softened leaves against your soles. Not only does this exfoliate the skin, but it also helps release the herbal oils directly onto the pressure points of your feet. The benefits go beyond sleep. Mugwort soaks are known to relieve stiffness in the neck and shoulders, ease cold hands and feet, and even reduce mild joint aches. Many older adults I've spoken with say that after a mugwort soak, their entire body feels more open, as if the tension has melted away. And here's the secret. It's not just about the plant. It's about the ritual. Imagine sitting quietly in the evening, breathing in the earthy aroma, your feet warmed by nature itself. That simple act of care tells your body and your spirit, you're safe, you can rest. So if you've been carrying stress in your mind, waking up with uneasy dreams, or feeling tightness in your shoulders and neck, try the mugwort foot soak. It might just be the gentle medicine your nights have been waiting for. Now we come to one of the most refreshing remedies in this entire list, the lemongrass foot soak. If mugwort is grounding and earthy, then lemongrass is like a gentle breeze through your window, carrying away worries and clearing your mind. Its fresh, citrus-like aroma doesn't just smell good. It works directly on your nervous system to bring calm, focus, and emotional balance. Why lemongrass? Modern studies have shown that its essential oils can help reduce mild anxiety, lower stress-related blood pressure, and improve circulation to the brain. In traditional medicine, it's considered an herb that lightens the heart. That makes it perfect for people who can't stop thinking at night. Those of us who climb into bed but keep replaying the day, worrying about tomorrow, or just can't find the off switch for our thoughts. I want to share a story. Mr. Bao, a retired factory worker in his late 60s, had this exact problem. His body was tired, but his mind was wide awake, going over bills, family problems, and even old memories from decades ago. He told me, "I feel like I carry the whole world to bed with me." His daughter suggested trying a lemongrass soak. He laughed at first. How can a plant fix my thoughts? But he gave it a chance. They took 6 stalks of fresh lemongrass, crushed them lightly with the back of a knife to release the oils, and boiled them in a pot of water for 10 minutes. After letting it cool and adding a spoonful of salt, Mr. Bao sat down to soak. The aroma filled the room, a mix of lemon and earth, sharp yet soothing. That night, something shifted. He said the racing thoughts began to slow down, almost as if the fragrance itself told his brain, "It's okay, you can let go now." After a week of nightly soaks, he noticed he was falling asleep faster and, more importantly, waking up with a lighter heart. Here's how you can try it at home. Take 5-7 fresh stalks of lemongrass, wash them, then crush them to release the oils. Boil them with about 1.5 liters of water for 5 to 10 minutes. Add 2 tablespoons of coarse salt, then pour into a basin. Let it cool to about 100 or 140 degrees, warm but never scalding. Soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes. While you soak, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let the fragrance do its work. The lemongrass soak doesn't just help with sleep. It also warms cold feet, reduces mild joint discomfort, and even eliminates foot odor. But its greatest gift is mental peace. For people like Mr. Bao, who can't stop the mental chatter at night, this simple ritual becomes a bridge between a busy day and a restful night. Think of it like this. When you inhale the clean, lemony scent of lemongrass, you're not just smelling a plant. You're inhaling calmness itself. And when you combine that with the warmth of water and the stillness of sitting down, you create a space where sleep can finally arrive naturally. So, if your biggest challenge at bedtime isn't pain or cold feet, but a restless mind, the lemongrass soak might be the perfect remedy for you. It's simple, inexpensive, and yet it carries the power to quiet the storm inside your head. Next on our journey to better sleep is a remedy that brings warmth, comfort, and even a little sweetness to your evenings: the cinnamon foot soak. When we think of cinnamon, we often think of baking, of cozy kitchens, of the smell of holidays. But in traditional medicine, cinnamon is so much more. It's considered a powerful warming herb that not only stimulates circulation, but also gently calms the nervous system. Why cinnamon? The key lies in a natural compound called cinnamaldehyde. This substance gives cinnamon its signature aroma and has been shown to relax blood vessels, reduce mild inflammation, and even act as a gentle sedative. That means it can help you fall asleep faster, especially if your sleep problems are connected to stress or poor circulation. Plus, cinnamon is naturally antibacterial, which makes it wonderful for keeping your feet clean and fresh. Let me tell you about Miss Miller, a 72-year-old grandmother who used to suffer from constant tingling in her feet at night. She described it as pins and needles that would keep her awake. She also carried a lot of emotional stress. She worried about her grandchildren, about money, about her health. Her daughter prepared a cinnamon soak for her one evening, boiling a handful of cinnamon sticks in 3 liters of water, letting the pot simmer until the aroma filled the house. They added 2 spoons of salt, poured the mixture into a basin, and let Miss Lan soak her feet for 20 minutes. That night, she noticed something different. The tingling was still there at first, but as the warmth of the cinnamon water spread, the discomfort faded. More importantly, the rich, sweet, spicy scent seemed to calm her heart. She said it felt like the worries that usually chased her into bed finally paused. Within a week of nightly soaks, she reported sleeping more deeply and waking up less often in the middle of the night. Here's how you can prepare it at home. Take about 100 grams of dried cinnamon sticks, bark, or even coarse cinnamon powder. Boil with 3 liters of water for 10-15 minutes until the fragrance becomes strong. Add 2 tablespoons of coarse salt, then pour into a basin. Let it cool to a safe warmth around 100-104 degrees. Soak your feet for 15-20 minutes, gently massaging the soles and arches of your feet while you relax. The benefits go beyond sleep. A cinnamon soak can ease stiffness in the ankles, warm up cold feet, and even reduce mild swelling after a long day. The aroma alone can lift your mood, creating an atmosphere of comfort and safety. For many people, this ritual becomes more than a health practice. It's a form of emotional therapy. Think of it this way: every night when you soak your feet in cinnamon water, you're surrounding yourself with warmth, both physical and emotional. The scent whispers to your body, you're safe, you're cared for, you can rest now. And that is exactly what so many of us need, especially in our later years when worries seem to grow heavier. So if you've been struggling with restless nights, tingling in your feet, or simply a busy mind, give the cinnamon soak a try. It's simple, it's soothing, and it just might become your favorite evening ritual. Now let's move into one of the most beautiful and soothing remedies on this journey: the rose petal foot soak. If cinnamon brings you warmth and comfort, roses bring you tenderness and emotional healing. Roses have always been a symbol of love, peace, and renewal. And when used in a simple foot soak, they can do more than please the senses. They can calm the mind, open the heart, and prepare your body for deep, restorative sleep. Why roses? Modern science tells us that the essential oils in rose petals have mild sedative and anti-anxiety effects. The fragrance of roses helps regulate breathing, lowers stress levels, and creates a sense of emotional balance. In traditional medicine, roses are seen as cooling and harmonizing, helping to settle both body and spirit. This makes them perfect for people who feel tense, lonely, or burdened with sadness at night. I want to share the story of Mrs. Taylor, a 70-year-old widow who often felt restless and emotionally heavy when she went to bed. She told me, "My body is tired, but my heart feels too noisy." For years, she struggled with waking up in the middle of the night, sometimes with tears in her eyes, unable to shake off the memories of her late husband. Her daughter, who had read about the calming power of rose petals, decided to create a nightly ritual for her. They collected fresh rose petals from their small garden, soft, pink, and fragrant. They boiled a pot of water, added the petals, and let them simmer for 5 minutes. When the aroma filled the kitchen, they poured the water into a basin, letting it cool to a gentle warmth. That evening, Mrs. Tui sat with her feet in the fragrant water, surrounded by the delicate petals. She said it felt like being embraced by something tender, as if the flowers were whispering, "You're not alone." That night she fell asleep peacefully, and over the following weeks she noticed not only better sleep, but also a lightness in her heart. The sadness didn't disappear, but it softened. Here's how you can prepare your own rose soak. Take about 10-15 grams of fresh rose petals, roughly a handful. If you don't have fresh petals, you can also use dried petals or a drop of pure rose essential oil. Boil them in 2 to 3 liters of water for about 5 minutes, then pour into a basin. Let the water cool to about 104 degrees Celsius. Place your feet in the basin and soak for 15-20 minutes. As you soak, close your eyes, inhale deeply, and let the fragrance fill your chest. If you like, you can gently rub the petals against your skin. They are soft, soothing, and leave a subtle aroma that lingers even after you dry your feet. The rose soak is more than a physical treatment. It's an emotional ritual. Many people who try it say it feels like a form of meditation. The act of handling the petals, the aroma rising with the steam, the sight of the delicate flowers floating around your feet. It all works together to tell your mind, it's time to let go. Beyond sleep, roses have other benefits too. They're naturally antibacterial, helping to keep the skin of your feet healthy and fresh. They also improve blood circulation in the lower limbs, which is especially helpful if you experience numbness, tingling, or mild swelling. And perhaps most importantly, they help restore a sense of inner peace. Think of it like this. Each rose petal carries a message of compassion, not just from nature, but from yourself. When you prepare a rose soak, you're not only caring for your body, you're also caring for your emotions. You are saying, I deserve beauty, I deserve calm, I deserve to rest. For older adults who often feel overlooked or weighed down by worries, that affirmation is priceless. So, if you've been carrying emotional heaviness to bed, or if your nights are filled with restless dreams, the rose soak may be just what you need. It's not only about falling asleep, it's about sleeping with a peaceful heart. And when you wake up in the morning, you may find yourself smiling, carrying a little of that fragrance and tenderness into your day. Tonight, why not give it a try? Find some rose petals, prepare your basin, and create your own little sanctuary at home. You may be surprised at how something so simple, so beautiful, can bring you the kind of deep rest you've been longing for. We've arrived at the final remedy, and it's one of the most treasured in traditional medicine, the betel leaf foot soak. For generations across Asia, betel leaves have been used not only in cultural rituals, but also as natural medicine for pain, swelling, and fatigue. When used in a foot soak, these humble green leaves can bring relief to aching legs, improve circulation, and prepare your body for deep, uninterrupted sleep. So why betel leaves? They are packed with natural compounds that reduce mild inflammation, fight bacteria, and stimulate blood flow. That makes them especially helpful for older adults who suffer from swollen ankles, sore knees, or tired feet at the end of the day. And in many traditions, betel leaves symbolize strength and vitality, so using them feels like carrying on a piece of ancient wisdom. Let me share a story. Mr. Parker, a 75-year-old retired farmer, used to wake up several times a night because of pain in his knees and stiffness in his feet. His daughter remembered how her grandmother used to prepare betel leaf soaks, so she decided to try it for her father. She boiled a handful of fresh leaves in 2 liters of water, let them steep, and poured the mixture into a basin. At first, he doubted it would work, but as soon as he placed his feet in, he felt the warmth spreading upward, loosening the tension in his legs. That very night, he slept almost straight through until morning. After a week of nightly soaks, his swelling decreased and his sleep improved dramatically. You can prepare it easily at home. Wash 8 to 10 fresh betel leaves, boil them in 2 liters of water for 10 minutes, then let them steep for another 5 minutes. Pour into a basin, adjust to a safe warmth, about 100–104 degrees, and soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes. For extra benefit, gently rub the softened leaves on your heels and arches. This soak is more than just a treatment. It's a ritual of care. Each night, as you breathe in the herbal aroma and feel the warmth ease your pain, you're telling your body, you can rest now. And often, that's exactly what happens.